Hello, this is Lesson 11 homework. We're going to show you how to use the 5 group cards to help with the homework. I know this might seem to be a little bit different for you, but it's real important that we are working with adding and subtracting at the same time. We're working with missing addend, which seems to throw a lot of first graders. They want to take two numbers and they either want to add them or they want to subtract them. And we really want them to think about what it is that we are doing, because everything is going to be a situation or a word problem. So better to get them thinking now in first grade than to wait and figure out, well, are we just adding or subtracting, and not really being able to apply what we need to know for the problem. So it says to use the 5 group cards to count on to find the missing number in the number sentences. 2 and what would give us 7? Well, if I have 2, I'm going to be counting on until I get to the 7. So in this next blank card is where I'm going to then be drawing. So that's 1, 2, I'm counting on, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Once I get to the 7, how many? It would be 2, and then it would be 5. So 2 and 5 would get us to the 7. The next one I want you to notice is where this equal sign is. The kids are struggling right now, and we are talking in class about, you might hear them talk about monkey math. There is a monkey that we have. There's also a balance scale that we are talking about. We want this side to be the same as this side. So this 8 is going to be the same as this side, which should be 8. So in thinking about that, it looks very different because the sum seems to be in the beginning of the number sentence followed by the equal sign, and that throws some of the children off. So 8 is the same as 8. Well, I want this side to then be 8 as well. So it's 5, which we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, counting on 6, 7, 8. So we're going to make sure that it's 5 and 3, make the 8, and that will be the same as the 8 on the other side. If your student automatically looks at this and says, well, it's 13, it's because they're taking the 8, they're adding the 5, and they think that the answer goes there, where we really want to make sure to pay attention to that equal sign. As you can see in this next problem, the equal sign is first, or following the sum, and then it is again there. So make sure to be very cautious with that when you are working on your homework. On the back, it says match the number sentences to the math story. So we have 2 math stories here, and we have to match them with the number sentences that are over here. We've been talking to the students about the question mark being the mystery number. You might hear that phrase while your student is working. Scott has 3 cookies. His mom gives him some more. Now he has 8 cookies. So how many cookies did his mom give him? Well, if we're thinking about Scott, what do we know? We know that he has 3 cookies. So your student might draw 3. And his mom gives him some more. Well, we don't know how many more that will be. But we do know that he now has 8 cookies. You might see it this way. You might also see your student say, well, I know that he has 8 cookies, and 8 cookies would be his whole. Well, one part of it is that he has 3. But I'm looking to find out the other part of it, and that will be the mystery number. Which one of these number sentences will match with that? Is it the 6 plus the mystery number will give us 9, 3 plus the mystery number will give us 8, or 4 plus the mystery number will give us 8? They can use the cards to help them if they need them. The last part of Lesson 11 homework, we have some number sentences. 3 plus 2 is equal to 5. 7 plus 1. See about sticking a sticky note or a penny on top of any part of it to see if, out of the 3 parts, if you just cover up one part, would they be able to tell you what that one part was? For example, if I were giving my child this number sentence and I covered this up, 3 plus 2, most of them would say, well, that's 5, because 2 plus 2 is 4, so 3 plus 2 would be 5. You might have a student, if you're doing this one, something plus 1 is equal to 7. Oh, wait, I know that it's a 6, because 6 and 1 more will give us the 7. You might even have, where you're covering up this one, something is equal to 7 plus 3. Oh, well, then your child might say, oh, that's 10. I know my numbers of 10. This one right here will be a little bit more difficult. 8 is equal to 6 plus something. Most kids will look at it very quickly. They might say 14, but make sure to point out that equal sign. 8 on this side, and I want to have what on the other side? Oh, I want to have 8. Well, 6, and then I count on 7, 8. It took me 2 to get to 7, and then 8, so there should be a 2 underneath there. So just try playing with the missing sum, the missing add-in, and see which ones are your child's strengths and which ones are the weaknesses.